have a very interesting person with us right now, the CEO and chairperson of Global Environment Facility, Naoko Ishii. We'd really like you to highlight the kind of activities that your organization is currently involved in.
Yeah, the GEF was established actually 25 years ago, and as a grant-making institution to developing countries. And we have been doing climate change, the biodiversity, and also working for the international water, rivers and ocean, and also forest, sustainable management of forest. Recently, we are also working for chemical, then land degradation. So these are areas that we are working.
You just highlighted the kind of activities that GEF is involved in. Can you tell us a little about how geospatial fits into all of this?
Actually, it's so clear to me just seeing that my portfolio, that technology and information and the data which become available to us thanks to those technology already enhance the quality of our project. So it's clear, for instance, that a deforestation project, because that by getting those data from satellite, we can clearly see what's going on in this forest. Another area which is also very, very helpful is these days the satellite give us more information of the ecosystem. So it's easy to see where, in what way, that say climate smart agriculture or ecosystem-based adaptation should take place. So it greatly helps us to do much better project in those areas.
In the recent SDG summit that took place in New York, it was said that geospatial information has become crucial and it's the need of the hour. What do you have to say about this? How do you think it can be implemented? And do you expect a similar outcome to come out of COP21?
To me, that I have three takeaway from the New York summit. The first one, there's something so new to this SDG is that they very clearly recognized that there is a limit to this earth and this global environmental health, be it its climate or ocean or forest or soil, is so essential to the sustainable development. So this clear notion of the planetary boundary is so important. Second thing that which also emerged very strongly is that in order to address those issues, we need a integrated approach and multi-stakeholder approach. So that's a second takeaway. Third one is very much related to your question. The importance of the data has been mentioned in the various communities, so that there is a clear consensus that we need to increase this data availability, accessibility to make this SDG be realized as effective as possible. There is also, however, the clear notion that there is currently a huge gap of accessibility and affordability. So while we were talking about huge potential to how to use those newly become available data, but we also need to take care of this affordability accessibility gap. So these are maybe takeaway from New York.
Are you expecting a similar outcome to come out of COP21 in Paris?
I'm quite hopeful because by now every citizen is aware that we have this huge challenge and we need to collectively work against this challenge, so that while this comprehensive legally bound agreement is important, but I'm more hopeful to see more actions actually triggered on the ground by business, by citizens, by academic or scientific community together along some of the key issues like deforestation of global commodities and how to help cities to take more actions, say the climate smart agriculture for each of them, and marine debris, for instance. So each of them, that the data is very, very important. So to me, that the COP21 gives us a huge opportunity to create those platform or multi-stakeholder platform to unite those diverse actors or stakeholders together to take or trigger more actions on the ground. And we, the GF, are quite ready to work with all of them.
You had earlier served in various capacities, including at the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. What is the demand and usage of geospatial data in those organizations? And what other areas do you think, if the use of geospatial data is not being utilized so readily, what other places do you think it can be used?
I think the goal of the mission of the both IMF and World Bank at the end of the day is to serve the sustainable development. And in order to achieve this sustainable development, we need to be very mindful that what's going on about this Earth system, Earth ecosystem, as well as Earth physical system. And for us or for them to achieve that mission, it's absolutely critical to understand what is going on that each of the Earth system and data, particularly from this geospatial data, really point us that what requires urgent action in a coordinated way. So that's why I think that the IMF, the World Bank, and the institutions like us really have to come together to understand and also to help them kind of bring together the policymakers, scientists, and the data providers together to create more stronger platform for actions.
What is your takeaway from a platform like this?
I already see that the huge potential for the data to increase and enhance the quality of our project. Simply knowing more means the better policies. It also helps to enforce our already agreed actions on the ground. The deforestation, like a Global Forest Watch, is a case in point. Also, I see a huge opportunity for, say, marine debris or actually overfishing issue if the technology be used to find out where fish are. So that then I see a huge potential. However, there is also absolutely clear that then we have a huge gap of affordability and accessibility, particularly from local communities. So this kind of platform is so useful to bring everybody together to think about how this huge potential be translated into the actual actions on the ground or implementability of those actions. So that's why I think we are here together to systematically think that how to create those actions a platform for the implementation.
Thanks a lot for highlighting these important points.
Thanks a lot.